Hello, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Doing some editing right here. Um, Working on an episode of this YouTube series I'm creating. It's kind of like a hybrid uh, graphic novel, but a graphic video novel. It's about a private investigator in Richmond, and it's an idea I had for many years, well over 20 years. I started out, one of my first jobs as a private investigator. From New Jersey originally, and I worked for a Pinkerton detective agency. But after that, I went on and went to college and went on with my life and got involved with acting and film production. But I've always kept this idea, what if I had stayed working as a private investigator back in the East Coast? I live out here in Los Angeles now. But I created this character, and I had always planned to write a script about it. I've written a number of treatments, summaries, and all that kind of stuff. Collaborated with some writers over the years. But this is something that I can do totally on my own here exclusively for YouTube. Again, it's kind of like a graphic novel, but I'm calling it a graphic video novel. And it's interesting because of AI, I'm able to do this. So I'm creating the images with artificial intelligence. No video, it's all still images as if I were going to print a high quality graphic novel. And I'm going to release it here exclusively on YouTube. And so that's what I'm working on now. Let's have a little peek while I'm working on it. See if you can see my screen here. So what I'm doing is I'm creating some images. Let me turn this radio down a bit. I'm creating some images. I did the voiceover, so I had the idea, but I did the voiceover as like an introduction. It's going to be like a summary. It's going to be a summary, just setting up the premise of the show. I didn't really script it out. I may go back in and make some more changes to it, creating it on a 4K framework. It's a little dark. I'm going to lighten it up some, but it's pretty interesting. Oh, see, they did something wrong here. Sometimes AI makes a lot of mistakes. No, I'm going to tell it to make this one over again. So a lot of times the prompts get messed up, and so you have to redo them again, and it does take a lot of time. So it's time consuming, but it's nothing compared to if I were working with a graphic artist. Um, I have a paid version of ChatGPT, and so I don't get slowed down. The free version sometimes slows you down and makes you wait until you know traffic is slow, or they try to stall it so that you're just getting a free sample, and then you have to go. Hopefully, you'll go buy the paid version. So I've been with the paid version for a while, and I really like it. It's really useful, and it's definitely worth the money. So one of my shorts, really short one, 11 seconds, a clip from a limited series I'm working on that I'm going to release here on YouTube also. It's called Willamay, the Vampire Hunter. You can go to my website and check out some of the, hello, you can go to my website at the link below and check out some of the clips. Subscribe if you can. Look at, I got to have a lot of comedy there. Basically, that's what I'm going to do with this site. I'm going to have some educational content, I created the first episode of a series that I'm creating for older people who are starting YouTube and want to get the basics of how to start. A lot of times there's a lot of information here about getting on YouTube, getting started, but there are a lot of people out there who aren't completely computer literate. They're afraid, of using the computer, but they might be interested in using YouTube. So I created a very simplistic step-by-step video that will help them get up and running on their YouTube channel. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and create more episodes, each section, really simplistic information so that they can get up and run on YouTube and start creating some of their own content. You know, it's a great hobby, and it doesn't always have to be chasing monetization. So some people just like to use it for a creative outlet. That's how I started. I mean, I've been on YouTube for 19 years, and most of the time I used YouTube as a portfolio for my video editing business. I would create samples and I would put work that I've completed up there. And when a new client came along and they wanted something done, most likely I had a sample up there of something that I had shot for a previous client, and I would send a link from YouTube to the new client so they could look at that. And that's how I got a lot of clients, and that's how I kept moving forward in my business. But within the last year, I decided to, okay, let me go all in on YouTube and see if I can use this as a platform to create some original content, become monetized and create some original content and get it out there. I like to do some humorous content. As an actor, I'm a union actor, and most of the time I play serious roles, character actor. So I play all the serious roles, cops, lawyers, doctors, all that kind of great stuff. But I don't do much comedy. So here on YouTube, I figure this is a place where I can try to stretch my comedy, muscle and make some small little comedy bits. I want to actually do some series here on YouTube, exclusively for YouTube. Some vertical, the way you're watching this, and some just traditional horizontal. So I'm going to be out here trying to make some stuff, and I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I'm going to jump back on later, and I'm going to go back and do some editing right now, but I'll check you out later.